Hi everyone, it's Rax. I want to bring you a video that honestly brings me great joy to present to you. Uh, Diablo 4 has had its ups and downs, and Blizzard has had their ups and downs, honestly, not only with Diablo 4, but with Diablo 3 lately. And a lot of people have lost faith in the company and the franchise. And I would like to actually bring you a positive video today because after playing the campaign degenerately for, I don't know, like 70 hours in the first 4 days that it's been up, I think Diablo 4 has finally improved significantly to the point where I would say I'm optimistic about its future. And it's been quite a turnaround from how the game launched. So, I thought I'd release a Friday video that is mostly very positive and talk about all the great things that Blizzard has been doing. I want to give them credit. By the way, Blizzard sent me this beautiful little thing. They sent me this Mephisto Soulstone. I don't know if you can see it, which glows on this thing. Look at this, which is beautiful. It's like a flashlight. So I've got my corrupted Mephisto Soulstone. Maybe that's influencing me. But let's get started. Anyway, I think the Spiritborn is the best class that they've ever released. Uh, it feels so good with the mobility. There's a lot of builds that work very well. There's a lot of synergies between the legendary aspects and the build itself, and the Spirit Hall, and the uniques, and the mythics, and everything. You can tell a lot of attention went into it. It feels very punchy, very flashy to play. Yes, there are bugs, and yes, some builds are just super OP. They knew this was going to happen no matter how much they tune it. When the whole world goes out and theory crafts this with all these options, the Spiritborn is way better than the other classes, as we knew it was going to be. So that's kind of a downside. Like, you don't want to just invalidate the other classes. I'm sure balancing patches are coming, so don't worry about that. But the level of detail that they put in here was very, very high. And I would love to see them do that for not only the future classes, but I would like to see what ideas they have to go back with the current classes to make them just as exciting. I'm not really a lore guy. If you know me well, I'm about efficiency and blasting. But I went very slowly through the campaign. I watched all the dialogue and the cutscenes. I got to be honest with you, I was thoroughly entertained. I don't like how in the end that they left us with some major cliffhanger. I guess they're trying to hook us into buying the next expansion. It's going to work for me. But I was thoroughly entertained by the story. I thought they did a really nice job. I really liked the voice acting. I like the cohesiveness of the story. I got actually pretty immersed in it, so I give you props for that. That's not an easy thing to draw me into. I like how there are challenging difficulties. I told people in the leveling guide start on normal, and some people were like, "Oh, I'm going to start on penitent." Okay, good luck. And then they got absolutely shit on. Now, it was a little bit different than the review copy that I played, because the review copy that I played had no renown. I mean, none. So we didn't have like the 10 skill points at level 1. So that helps. But the point is there's a ton of different difficulties that you can choose how you play at any given time. You can turn on a challenge for yourself at almost any point, and that's just good game design, in my opinion. Um, the character progression might be the biggest improvement. It actually feels like building my character matters. It actually feels like my decisions matter. And I feel like everything else in Diablo 4 was just way too easy, way too straightforward, handed to you on a silver platter, or in some cases the opposite. So inconceivable to even achieve it that they tuned it so difficult to get mythic uniques, for example, in the beginning of the game, that you would never expect to get one. So they've done a nice job of actually not only in the 1 to 60 progression, but what you do after it, which, by the way, I'll have to make a guide walking you through exactly what you need to do all the time. Uh, it's significantly better. So I give you credit for that one. Um, when you get into the end game, there's stuff to do for the casuals and for the blasters. For the casuals, all you have to do is unlock T1, which they made pretty easy, not only to unlock, but to play in, and you can get all items in the game in T1. You don't have to turn it up. But for the blasters, you can reach the Paragon 300. The rune words, some of the runes are very tough to get. Mythics are actually pretty tough to get as well. There's cosmetics in Torment 4. You gave a good option for both demographics there, and in the past, that has absolutely not been true. So, give you credit for that one. When I compare the original game modes that Blizzard launched to the game modes that we're playing, the new ones that we're playing now, like the Dark Citadel and the Kurast Undercity, I think the new ones are just better. The Kurast Undercity is actually pretty fun if you have a team and you're just chain running them and working together to build up that meter. And I think the raids have the most potential for the future of Diablo 4. Have some actual mechanics. It's pretty good rewards. People have been saying they've been using the party finder and they just pugged it and they actually got through it. You did a nice job there. It's getting better. I like that you put some cosmetic rewards to push for, as we said in the end. When you beat the raid on the hardest difficulty with the cosmetics and with mount that they drop, it's something to actually strive for. Keep doing more of that. We need titles or something for reaching Paragon 300 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Keep it rolling. The activities feel rewarding because they've done a nice job with not only the stat squishing, but squishing the materials. I feel rewarded to go pick up the flowers and get the iron chunks. I'm looking everywhere for forgotten souls. They're valuable to me when I can find them. When I find an ancestral, it feels very good to have it. So you did a very when I find a very rare rune that I'm looking for. I've been searching for it all day, and I finally find it. It's kind of like the Diablo 2 effect, where when you make stuff a little bit rare and you have to work for it, I actually have good feelings when I find it. I wish you would do more of that. I'm not saying make the game impossible for casuals. I'm saying quite the opposite. Make it easy for them to find it on Torment 1, as I explained earlier in bullet point 5. But we need something to chase for. If stuff doesn't have some level of scarcity, then it doesn't feel valuable. This is probably the best balance I've seen in Diablo 4 of those two concepts. The Runeword System admittedly still is not my favorite. In my review of it last week, I said it just really doesn't work for me. It's mostly still true today, but I do think they've made some improvements since the PTR. One thing that I really like about the Runeword System is the rarities of the runes. It's hard to get the legendary runes. The best way to get it is from killing the tormented bosses. They don't drop them like candy, even on the highest difficulties. It takes some effort to get those really, really nice legendary runes. That actually makes the system feel better. Again, from what I talked about, when you actually get it, it feels good. And also, that opens them up to make some of those legendary runes pretty OP. Because if it's so hard to acquire them, you have to do all these, you have to either get lucky or do all these tasks. Then that opens up the potential to make them a little bit stronger, which a lot of them have been pretty watered down so far. So I think the Runeword system, although it's not my absolute favorite, has been improving. Another thing, this is probably a funny bullet point to put in there, but the bugs on the launch of the game were just breaking the game. And honestly, just how a lot of the systems work in general. There were absolutely bugs in Vessel of Hatred. I've been reporting them nonstop every single day to Blizzard, but they aren't just completely breaking the game, most of them anyway. And the systems feel a lot better than in Diablo than on the launch. It feels, dare I say it, a little bit more like a polished game. So all that time and effort that they put into the development here has really improved it, and I'm excited to see what the next year or two looks like when the development is actually building new stuff or building upon what they already have, rather than redoing everything that's already in the game, like the resistances and the armor and the items and everything. Let's just be honest with ourselves, though. There's a couple of things that need some major work. We need the armory. They said it's coming, so that's fine. But until we have it, I'm going to keep complaining about it. The community events in Diablo 4 are essentially non-existent. For me, almost every community event that you've ever done absolutely does not count. Oh, goblins are spawning. Oh, it's the Christmas one, but it's just purple helltide and it's over in 2 seconds. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about major, major, awesome, cool community events with prizes like PoE is doing with the gauntlets. Doesn't have to be SSF hardcore, doesn't have to be the most challenging thing ever, but this is the area that I would give Blizzard. Uh, I'm actually saying this to be kind or to motivate them. I would give Blizzard like at most a 1 out of 10 in this category. This could be so much better. I have a trillion ideas on how to put these things together. So I really think Blizzard should invest in their community and make some super awesome events for us to play in. I I would give what we've currently gotten a 1 out of 10, and I think that's being generous. There's no leaderboards. I'm very well aware that there's a lot of people that don't care about leaderboards. I'm very well aware that the number of people who care about leaderboards is very small. But there's no race to level 60 in hardcore. There's no race to Paragon 300. There's no race for someone to kill Uber Lilith in Tormented 4. There's no race to be the first team to clear the raids. Why? I don't understand. For the people who enjoy it, it would make the game better. For the people who don't enjoy it, don't look at the leaderboards. If you don't care about the leaderboards, don't look at them. Gives people something to strive for. I really, really hope that they plan on implementing this. And of course, I'm not going to let them off that easy. We still need more endgame stuff. We still need more challenges, things to accomplish. They need to give us more titles, or cosmetics. They need to give us more mounts. We need more pets. We need more everything to earn. But in general, I wanted to make a positive video. I can tell you with a straight face, I'm actually really enjoying playing the expansion. I give Blizzard credit here, especially from where we were at like a year ago. I'm not sure I would have believed that we would have gotten to this point, but I give you credit. So very nice job. Good on you guys. And I finally think people can have the slightest amount of faith in the Diablo franchise again. I'm really looking forward to what you guys are going to be building in the next year. If you haven't checked out the expansion, I'm not telling you to spend $40. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money, but at least maybe check out some gameplay of the expansion. Check out what other people are saying besides me. It's I'm having a lot of fun, man. I've having way more fun than $40 worth. So the $40 for the expansion is 1,000 times more worth it than the $70 for the base game. Everyone in the universe, I'm pretty sure, would agree on that one. Anyway, wanted a positive video today, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. The subathon continues. You guys have earned a trillion different rewards. I took off the hoodie for 24 hours, by the way. I'll see you guys very soon. Many more videos are coming. Thank you.